You've heard of white gold, you've even heard of rose gold, but have you heard of green gold? Green gold, what is that? It does sound a little bit odd. Green gold is a combination of gold, which occurs in nature, it's yellow, and silver. When gold and silver are combined, mostly gold with a little bit of silver, you get a green gold. And the gold isn't exactly, it's not a bright green, but it is a greenish gold. And you especially see that it's green when you compare it with regular gold, yellow gold, or when you compare it with white gold or rose gold. You can really see that it is green. It is a green gold. And green gold actually occurs in nature, sort of. It is called Electrum. Sometimes gold and silver deposits occur together and they combine and they produce something called Electrum, which looks to the eye like green gold. Green gold is used in jewelry. It's not used as much as gold or white gold or even rose gold, but it is used. You may not recognize it when you first see it, but you'll notice it as you compare it to other golds. When your eye is trained, you might see it more, or you might even, if you're very adept with color, you might see it right away. When I was growing up, we lived for a little while in the South Hills of South Dakota, and South Hills gold is where they use green gold the most in my experience. And they combine rose gold, white gold, yellow gold, and green gold together to make these beautiful pieces of jewelry. And often the green gold is used for leaves. Usually they're roses or flowers. That's usually the motif, and you'll see the green gold as the leaves. It is a beautiful color. It is sometimes used as an accent color, but it can also be used for an entire piece of jewelry. There are a lot of people who are very fond of green gold and think that it is much more flattering to the skin than the other colors of gold. It is a very unique look, it's a rich look, and it is a special look. It is unusual. I do love it. It is not easy to find. It is not made nearly as often as the yellow gold, white gold, and rose gold. Alloying gold with silver does make it turn that nice green color. What it doesn't do is make it stronger. And usually the reason that we alloy other metals with gold or mix them with gold, melt them down and mix them, is to make gold stronger. Silver doesn't do that. Silver is another soft, malleable metal. So sometimes what people do is they add either zinc or nickel into the mix to add strength, to add hardness. Zinc is okay. You don't want to have gold that has been alloyed with nickel. Nickel is something that a lot of people are allergic to. About 1 in 8 people is allergic to nickel, and that will cause a rash on them. It's not a pretty thing. It is a true allergy. I'm not talking about just turning your finger green. That's not an allergy. I'm talking about a rash. So when you do get green gold, that's one thing you want to ask, is make sure that it wasn't alloyed with nickel. And if it was alloyed with zinc, it'll be a little bit stronger. If it is just gold and silver, need to be more delicate with that because it will be very malleable. There is your Jewelry Minute. That is green gold. If you have a jewelry question for me, just ask me in the comments below. Until next time.